Uncle Richard was sort of this mysterious person, you know, grew up in a farm town in Iowa, population 400, finds his way over to France and, you know, becomes a highly respected food and wine writer. You know, what's pretty cool about that is most cookbook writers write cookbooks. Most wine writers write wine books. For him, it was all one. I really think we shortchange ourselves so much when we just, we don't stop to think about and appreciate how much there is to discover in terms of food and wine.
I've been with Monterey Fish for almost 41 years now. I wanted to be a chef, ended up being a fishmonger. Not knowing anything, you just ask questions all day long and you just learn from there, and started taking knowledge that I learned straight from fishermen and took it straight into the kitchens. Boats are coming in right in through the gate.
Right.
They pull up to these different hoists.
Right.
We then drop down our baskets, grab the fish off the boat.
Okay.
Got a tear on the bin, weigh that, off they go to go fishing again.
Right.
And then the distribution side starts with us. It would go from this location, Pier 45, over to our location on Pier 33.
Right.
And then we'd process it there.
That's where you're filleting and all
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's what I want to see.
So this is the salmon that we just unloaded over at Pier 45.
And where did this originate?
This was caught up just outside of Bodega Bay.
Wow. Is this a pretty typical size for a catch?
This time of year they start getting bigger
Right.
and happier. They've been feeding for a long time. So what they do, these are 3-year-old fish, and they come into the local area to feed and fatten up, because when they start to go up the rivers, they stop eating altogether and they need their tanks full.
Got it.
So they can make that long journey
Wow.
up the river, and they will spawn and then die. And the interesting thing about that death is then all the nutrients then goes into all the forests and things upriver. So
Right.
their life and death is dovetailed with
Yep.
the health of the forests in the
Right.
Sierras.
It really is a
Yeah.
cycle, huh? It's all
Absolutely.
interconnected.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
These tiny little boats, these fishermen doing one fish at a time, everything by hand, they were the ones who taught us about sustainability in the beginning. You know, it's a point of pride for them. You go out there and you're working all day long and you're taking the life of something, and you want the skill that you bring to the job to show. You don't want to have that destroyed. And it really shows at the end of the day.
My uncle was living in Provence.
During the college year, and I visited him.
It really changed my entire view on what food was all about. You know, we're having radishes with baguette and fresh butter. We're having leek and potato soup, and I didn't even know what leeks were, you know? So it really opened up a whole new world, and a very sensual world, right? I mean, it really ties you into the idea of tasting and the incredible variety of things that are out there. That's good. There's no reason to limit yourself to white wine when it comes to seafood. You know, there's a lot of red wines, especially the lighter wines, the Pinots, the Valdigues of the world, which go great with seafood. You know, we have the Carignan, it has terrific acidity. If you have kind of an oily fish, kind of cuts through that in the same way that a white wine does. I say the same thing in winemaking a lot of times as you can say about cooking, which is the hardest thing to do in winemaking is to do nothing. because the temptation to be like, okay, well, wait, whoa, we got to do something here. You know, we've got to be able to tell everyone that we did this, 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 and this. But if you've got great ingredients, get out of the way.
I think that's part of all of this stuff, is linking those things, those like-minded things of, you know, what's being done on the vineyard and how you guys do things, and taking that same aesthetic and those same ideals and putting them together with other foods.